Hello, everybody, and welcome to not the finale of Archer's Point. This is, in fact, episode 5. We had some schedule whoopsies, so while this would normally be our episode 7 date, thanks to timey-wimey eldritchy bullshit, we're just on episode 5. But I am your horrific storyteller, Rachel, aka the Peacock Vampire. You can find me on Instagram as the Peacock Vampire. I am here every other Thursday as your storyteller for this show, and every other Thursday as your friendly neighborhood hobbit Estella Took in a secret only fire can tell. I almost forgot the name of the series. Whoops. But let me turn it over to our wonderful cast to introduce themselves. Let's start with you, Zach.
Hi, I'm Zachary Vaudo from ATL by Night, and Hopeless is our new Hunter game. You can find me on Twitter at Yep It's Zach, Tuesdays at ATL by Night, and Saturdays on Hopeless.
Love that. Mallory.
I'm Mallory. My handle is either at MMZ with 2 E's or 4 E's, depending on which one you look for. I'm here every other Thursday, and then I'm over on Total Party Chill's channel every other Tuesday.
And Tommy.
Hi, my name is Tommy. You can find me on the TTRP Theater Discord and on various other shows on TTRP Theater. None current. I think this is my only one that's currently actively going, but there was Cyberpunk Red, Edgerunner Blues, Heritage and Honor, which is a Werewolf the Apocalypse story, Vengeance and Baldur, which is a B5 Vampire the Masquerade stories, Aliens, Period of the Gods. Go on YouTube. All the time it's on YouTube. Do that.
Yes, subscribe to our YouTube channel too.
Yes.
And Ben.
Hello, I'm Ben. Sometimes I tell horror stories. This time I play in one. I'm findable essentially only on the TTRP Theater Discord, and I tell the unkillable, never-ending Cult Divinity Lost actual play, The Place of Wrath and Tears. And I play in this, and I play in Negative Space, another cult game, on the other every other Tuesday.
And he was also recently in Heritage and Honor.
Heritage and Honor,
the werewolf.
yes.
So yes, YouTube. Go on YouTube after this. So, episode 5. Last we left off, you guys took a simple trip to the bank and then toured a nice little school with a wonderful library. Orion had a great time. And then when you came back, you guys found a flyer for a sale at the shopping arcade. But before we get into that, we'll say that you all took some time to go back to your presidential suite because this was 2 great adventures smooshed into a very short time frame. So I'm thinking you guys need to recoup just a little. So what are your characters doing?
Washing all of my doppelganger's blood off of my face.
Probably painting my nails.
Okay.
Shots.
Taking shots.
Since no one else is, Mike has probably ransacked the kitchen again for whatever meal is appropriate for this time period.
Mm-hmm.
He's just taken to calling them all breakfast in a fit of pique.
Oh, could you grab me a nice salad? Thanks. No carbs.
Yeah, the kitchen never goes out of stock. It's almost like when you take something, you leave and come back, it's automatically been refilled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you want that to play on your sanity. Or is it just one of those like, fuck it, I'm not paying attention. If I don't notice it, it won't happen.
Well, there's a little box that he puts just like institutional trauma in. And the endless kitchen of questionable food just goes into that box. It's probably very full, I'm willing to say that the next time something institutional happens, he's probably not going to handle it well. But so far, he's pretending everything is fine.
Great. Can everyone make me this is not related to your institutional box. Can everyone make me just a D20 roll? I want to see just who rolls the highest. Okay. Got a 4.
I got 8.
8.
Also an 8.
I got a 19, so whatever it is, it's on me, I think.
Great.
Tim.
So, you notice that the stain that was forming on the ceiling of the presidential suite, it now looks like it has mold growing on it.
Mike stares at that in professional distaste, not just personal disgust, but just thinking of all the places he's had to fix and all of the leaks he's found in strange places, and how there is never any good reason why a ceiling starts going funky.
Mm-hmm. I would like to remind you that during your last investigation, there was no current leak. It looked to be old damage.
Yeah.
So why it's growing mold now, or looking like it's growing mold now, is suspect.
Yeah. Hey, that discolored spot on the ceiling, it's actually getting worse now. You see that?
Have you found any bleach in your pantry rating?
You know, honestly, I didn't look.
I mean, think bleach is going to deal with that.
I know that I'm just swinging at air at this point, but maybe.
Yeah. That makes me want to go to the floor above us.
To work.
You want to go to the floor above you again?
Yeah, I mean, it's the only thing he can think of, because now it's active.
Mm-hmm.
And it in Mike's mind, it seems like only when things start becoming active do they want to be touched or interacted with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, change equals important, it seems. So he's noticed that there is a change, and he assumes it's important based off the rules.
Now, I will remind you, last time that you went up, the door wouldn't open.
Mm-hmm.
So are we going to try and brute force it down? If you do want to go up?
He's going to go up. Right now, he's kind of running on dream logic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it didn't open before, but now something is different, so maybe something is different. Like, his logic is one molecule thin.
Okay. Is anyone going up with Mike, or is he going on his own?
I can go with you, but I'm still waiting for my nails to dry, so can't really touch anything. Moral support.
Moral support,
Okay.
She says. Okay.
So I guess if no one else wants to go up with them, just those two go up.
Just those two go up.
I'm
Just
still
those
cleaning,
two.
still cleaning blood.
Go up. We're good.
All right.
I beat myself to death with a book. I have to clean up.
Yes. and also knives.
That's a lot.
So you two go up. So then, yeah, you guys both successfully kick down the door. There is a black void in front of you, but there's like a small half circle of floor that you can see from like the light coming in from the hallway.
That looks like a big no. Just say.
Okay. When you say black void, are you saying, oh, well, I probably can't tell. So it's a unapproachable Vanta black surface.
Yes, it does not feel like it is a wall, though. It just feels like it is a dark chasm-ish space. Like it's just black, but it's not like a solid surface that you would run up against.
I think the thing I'm taking away is one step in and you fall forever. I think is that the vibe, at least in Mike's head.
In Mike's head, yeah, but there is like that semicircle just inside the door that you could step onto, almost like a Juliet balcony.
Mike's first thought is that this black is the stuff that's breaking through the ceiling. Yeah, and no, he says that out loud. He said, I think this is the same color as the mold on the ceiling.
Ew. You think that's all mold? Because this seems like a health hazard.
No, I think that what I thought was mold is actually unspeakable black emptiness.
I will say, as a storyteller note, the mold it's dark, but it has a more greenish than blackish tint to it.
Okay.
I'm neither confirming nor denying. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Stepping
in. Yeah, he's gonna step on the balcony. Slowly, like 1 foot sliding very slowly forward, knowing that it's stupid, but accepting the fact that this is just like Mike's a little unhinged. I think at this point he's having a lot of trouble remembering like logic.
Get ready for that sanity roll, because as you step onto that Juliet balcony-ish space, the walls and the floor start to materialize, but it's not a hotel room.
Cool.
It's a jail cell. It is specifically your former jail cell.
Thanks, I hate it. I hate it a lot because I rolled an 86 on my sanity check, and I think that's higher than my rating.
That is higher than your 69 threshold. So roll me your brains.
Oh, okay. I might survive this then. No, I mean 1d8. Let's see how bad this is. Come on, 8. Full commit. 7. Fine.
So you lose 7 sanity points. Where's my thingy to write it down? So sanity. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I feel like I know the answer, but Mike, how you feeling being back in your old jail cell? By the way, Emma cannot see what's going on in there.
Can I see him still?
You can see him still. He is on that like Juliet balcony-ish space is the only way that I can describe it. But you don't see what appeared for him.
Gotcha. That's fine.
Mike absolutely does the horror movie, try to jump back, stumble, fall on your ass, and try to push away with your feet because you can't get yourself back up. Like whatever or wherever Mike is, it is a full like panic attack.
Oh my God, is the grass eating you like it eat me?
He's just kind of going no. Like he's just saying no. Like he's
okay. Here, focus. I don't have hands to like actually like make you focus. Focus.
So he's going to try to scrabble back. Does he bounce into the back wall of his cell or out the door?
You're out the door.
Okay.
Unless you want to be trapped in this nightmare. I'm not going to be that mean.
Okay. Mike continues to scoot back all the way across the hall, like until his back bumps into the wall opposite. And stares into that black space and has a honest to goodness, like hyperventilating panic attack. Like full over breathing, like has to put his head down, like between his legs and count to 10. Full panic attack.
She's gonna go back downstairs.
Leave him up there. Okay.
And then she's gonna come back with a brown paper bag.
Okay.
And on the outside, it's very clearly a pharmacy bag. And she just kind of like dumps out all of her drugs, which are all like prescription, like her parents put her on. It's nothing super exciting. And then gives him the bag.
And he absolutely takes it, and he does do the paper bag calm down. But
she just kind of like watches and waits and stays quiet.
Mike has gotten frustrated a couple times in this weird place, but he hasn't gotten actually angry. But as the panic starts to fade, he starts getting pissed. Like you can see that whatever was in that room has done something to him personally.
Do you want to talk about it?
Do you want to hear about it?
I mean, my therapist says it's like a thing you're supposed to do is like talk about things. I personally like to repress everything.
I like your natural plan. That's a better plan.
Okay. Do we just not want to talk about this and say we found nothing up here?
Well, I think we say that we found a black void that contained nightmares, personalized nightmares. That's informative. But in terms of the leaking pipe, or honestly, I was thinking dead body. I was thinking like urban legend, dead body above the hotel room leaking onto the, that's what I was thinking.
I watched that Netflix documentary about that like creepy hotel where like there was dead bodies and like a killer in it. No, thank you. I don't want that.
No.
I'm too pretty for that.
As you say.
I'm just gonna put my drugs back in my bag now. She like
he's like, oh shit, yeah, right, sorry. Like
you're almost right, don't worry.
Mike absolutely does the thing where he picks up a pill bottle and does not read the label. Like he does that privacy thing where he's like, I don't see it.
Like
whatever
your thumb
it is, it's not my
covering the label.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. So with the drugs back in the paper bag, are y'all heading back to the presidential suite?
I am stopping at the bar, and I am getting one entire glass of rum, a full 8 ounces, and then bringing that back to the presidential suite.
I knew you were fun. This is what we need to be doing. Shots.
Sure.
I'll just take a bottle of vodka, please. The whole bottle.
Okay.
Red Bull? I'll take a Red Bull too.
You see Blue Cow energy drinks. Everything is like off-brand.
Is this still gonna give you wings though?
Literally.
Heelys.
Literally. Heelys.
So we're gonna go back. Ooh, should we bring more alcohol for everybody else?
I'm fine, but we should. I don't know.
Everybody loves tequila, right? I'll bring a bottle of tequila too.
Yeah, sure.
So we walk back into the room with
fully liquored
amount
up
of alcohol.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there liquor pouring from the roof?
There's a new bar.
Oh. It's a nightmare room. We probably shouldn't go in there.
What, the bar?
No, the room upstairs. It's a nightmare room.
Define nightmare room.
I don't know. I didn't go in. I stayed outside.
Now look to Mike to find nightmare room.
It means I got my custom nightmare room. I found it.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Was it just for you, or is it implied that if anyone was to go in there, they would find their nightmare?
I didn't go
I don't
in,
know.
but I didn't see anything happen to Mike.
Yeah.
So I stood outside and watched, and Mike just like reacted, but I couldn't see anything happening. Like he just looked like he was in a normal room.
Makes sense.
Yes, Zach.
Have we, this mold that's appearing, have we seen it anywhere else?
No.
Okay, it's just here?
Just here.
Okay.
I mean, you can look, but you have not seen any noticeable signs of water damage or mold anywhere else in the hotel that you've been before.
Okay. Because Orion is just looking at it and thinking, and starts thinking out loud, or just, like, mold toxicity can sometimes cause hallucinations, and that would make a lot of sense if we take a look at all the things that we're experiencing, and we're staying and sleeping and sitting in a room that is full of this mold here. So I think that could make some sense that there's...
We came out of a bus. I'm pretty sure it was a mold there.
I mean, it's entirely possible that the mold is much more widespread than we think it is. For all we know, we're still on the bus, just hallucinating, just tripping balls in our seats, and we have no idea about any of this. But
That's a very pleasant thought.
I mean, we've got like grass eating us, and nightmare rooms, and invisible forces, and personalized letters where the words don't entirely work. That sounds like a dream. That sounds like hallucinations. That sounds like induced visions to me. Right? I mean, that
makes you feel better.
Well, I mean, I just like point up at the
blood
mold.
of his doppelganger under his nails.
Yeah, I just point up at the mold. Like, I mean, like this is growing still. That means that it's thriving.
But like the grass attacking me, there wasn't mold there.
Plants are weird here. I'm pretty sure that's also just weird. Want to touch it?
Do I want to touch it? I just did my nails.
No, but actually I want to pull out the little
Great.
UV flashlight that I have and just like hold it over it, because I know that can kill mold.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if it reacts at all to it.
Not that you can see.
All right. Yeah. Sort of holding it over there and just running it back and forth. Just go, but we can check it when we come back. And if it's still growing, then
Run a lighter along it.
I'm concerned about the flammability of this hotel, but
I don't give a shit. That's a great idea.
I don't give a shit.
Let's light the hotel on fire.
I mean, not
I'm
the
gonna
whole
say
hotel.
I'm gonna
Hear me out.
say no to that one. I'm gonna disagree.
But hear me out. Hear me out. If they wanted us dead, they would have just killed us already. And maybe if we set their hotel on fire, we'll get somewhere. Worst case scenario, we aren't any worse off than we already are.
I mean, I guess,
but you
Because
also
it's not
like
our
you don't,
hotel.
but you don't shit in the enclosure in the game preserve.
and also like, where are we supposed to stay in this like mold-induced hallucination?
But that's the thing. There's mold here. So it's unsafe. So we go to one of the other buildings in the square or something. Or we sleep outside. Honestly, at this point, I don't.
I'm pretty sure they'll spawn something for us if it wants us to sleep somewhere.
Yeah, remember the fog walls?
Mm-hmm.
I know, but like, we haven't taken control back, and maybe we should try.
You think it's bioweapon testing? If they're just trying to like test the mold out to see if like how much it can actually impact people, like the more they induce them to it?
What, like, I don't know, some sort of crust punk MK Ultra?
I mean, it would be naturally occurring. You wouldn't necessarily see it coming like a gas. It would just look like it would look like an accident, and ta-da.
This is
I
a very
guess.
advanced hallucination. Like, why we have to go like specific routes together and get replaced by people? Like, all of that does not add into mold hallucinations.
I don't know. But hey, I'm sure there's a magic marker. Like, I'm sure there's a Sharpie somewhere, like in my little, pile of tools or something that we got from the... So he goes up. What I'd like to do, unless Rachel tells me something happens interesting, is go up and draw a circle around where the mold is.
Nope,
Essentially, just tracking to see if it gets bigger or smaller, just like you do with a bite.
That coupled with the UV, we'll see what happens.
Yep.
I still think worst case we should consider just burning.
Honestly, yeah.
Thank you.
Now, Emma, I do want to ask, do you have... Is this just you talking at this point? Or, like, are you making moves to, like, get out a lighter or something?
No, she's not,
Okay.
like, pulling a lighter out or anything. Although she does like to set things on fire.
Uh-huh. Just needed to know if I needed to make you roll anything. No, we're good for now.
Fire kills things, that's like common knowledge.
So when you're going shopping,
What?
mall.
Oh.
It's the next thing in this mass hallucination.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to
Adventure.
God, if there's not a hot dog on a stick, I'm going to freaking kill somebody.
I don't trust that.
You know what? I think if there's no hot dog on a stick, I think then I'm going to be willing to hear this burn down the hotel plant a second time.
B? All right, let's go.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yay, team building.
Okay.
Who has the flyer right now?
I feel like if anybody
had it last.
had it, yeah. Like,
Yeah, you had it last.
Yeah.
I'll say as you're holding it, you notice that there's something now written on the back.
And what is written on the back?
It's a map on how to get to the arcade, the shopping
Of course.
arcade.
Of course it is. He wants us to go now. He gave us the whole map and everything.
Cool.
Because it really doesn't want us to set it on fire.
Does it say that?
I don't
No, it
agree
doesn't
with
say
that
that,
statement.
but that's the implication. It does not want us to set the place on fire, saying, hey, go to the place. And don't
It
do that
always
thing
wants
that you're
us to
talking
go to
about.
places. That's the whole point of the stupid game.
That's fair. This place has been pretty upfront about what it wants when it wants things and when it doesn't want things. So I think if it doesn't want to get set on fire, we're going to find out really quickly.
Yeah. And I don't want to know what this thing's read about a halon system.
Okay. Shopping mall.
Yeah, shopping.
Yeah, fuck it, let's go shopping.
So you follow the map. Unsurprisingly, there are walls of fog on each side of the path. Out of the corners in the distance, you'll see the buildings that you've already been to before, like vaguely through the mist walls. But your path to them is now cut off. Although I think the bank doesn't want you in there anymore. And as you get to the arcade, on the outside, it is a long, narrow building. Everyone make me a D20 roll just to see who notices this. I'm not going to make you roll brains because someone has to notice.
18.
10. Mute.
Ben, what did we...
Yeah, I got an 18 as well, but give it to...
Okay, I'll say both of you notice.
Okay.
Just out of your various backgrounds and knowledge bases, that this building is constructed with fireproof materials. So granite, brick, cast iron on the outside. And the roof itself is made of tin. And you can see that there are glass panes on the roof.
I just tap on one of the granite bits and just go, ha, see, fireproof. Can't burn this. It tells you when it doesn't want you to do something.
It hurt us. It got afraid.
Right.
We made it fireproof.
So if the hotel is suddenly fireproof when we get back, then we're not burning it down.
Most likely.
That also means that it's modifying what we're seeing after we get here, which means that it's not a CIA spook practice town.
No, I'm definitely leaning much more into the toxicity and our brains modifying things as we're going through theory right now. That seems to make a lot more sense given what we're running into.
Yeah, I don't know if it's mold or aliens or if we're all in the big chairs with the thing stuck in the back of our head like Keanu Reeves, but we're not wherever we think we are.
No, aliens aren't real, and I just walk in.
Of all things, aliens aren't real?
You're in the Existence movie.
Loved that movie. Oh my gosh, so good.
It was so weird near the end. But anyways, are you all walking in, or are we splitting the party, or some lingering out to keep watch?
No.
Good, because you're gonna have a really boring time. So the inside is actually equal to the size outside. This is not a bigger on the inside kind of deal. So you're gonna see just a long avenue of shops. The main one on the ground floor, and then there's a second and a third floor. And there are very ornate cast iron railings around each of the levels. Capped, I'll say like they're capped in mahogany on like each pole. Is that the word for it?
Banister? I don't know.
Yeah. There are circular stairs leading up to each floor, and then a main stairwell, like promenade kind of thing. But the stairwell to the third floor is blocked by more cast iron gates. Who would be looking up to the ceiling? So you notice that while the clouds outside, when you were standing outside, the clouds in the sky were just dark. What you see now are swirling tendrils. Tendrils is the word I'm going to use, of just dark clouds and mist. And it's almost like they're sliding against the glass panes, the skylight itself.
Well.
So you're seeing that too?
I am also hallucinating this, yes.
Okay, cool. It's a really cool effect, I hope.
See, this is where I wish that my first theory was right, because that would be like incredible like budget and effects for this, but no.
I don't care. I'm going to go get a t-shirt with a crocodile on it. Right here.
I'll say you don't find any name brand stores that you would recognize. There are some stores on this floor that are smaller and dark, and they look like they are just not well taken care of. And then there are other stores that are bright and elaborately decorated with paintings of their wares on the glass, almost like social classes are represented by the stores that they have the money to frequent. And you see on some stores that there are lighted display racks. And we will say that there are, like, you know, hardware store, a dry goods store, tailors. Here there are also like a butchery and a grocer and a fishmonger. But here the signs for that are actually with words, not with imagery, not with horrid imagery. And then there are also some women-operated stores, such as milliners and seamstresses and dressmakers.
But no actual people, right?
No actual people.
Are there sounds?
So, not right now. Do you say something?
Sure, there's no sounds.
There aren't there?
Yeah, usually there'll be like a crowd of people.
Or music.
Music.
She's gonna do a cheer because the acoustics are probably really killer in here.
Mm-hmm.
And see if anything answers back.
So your cheer echoes off of the just cavernous walls of the arcade. And on the second floor, there is a toy store. And when your cheer finishes, the toys in the window display, like the symbol monkeys begin to do their symbols. Baby dolls start crying. There are like little like light up guns that just start going off. It's either in a response or in applause to what you're doing, and I will let you interpret that how you want.
Does anybody hear that?
What's with the symbol monkeys?
I don't want to go into the toy store because there's going to be creepy little ghost children.
Or just toys. Creepy little toys.
Because that's toys.
Toys attract children. Duh.
Small soldiers.
I will say also in terms of noises, there is a fountain, some good feet in front of you. But unlike the fountain in the square, there is no dampening. You can hear the sound of the water as you get closer to it in the sense of normal hearing.
Is there any mold in or around the fountain?
There is not.
Okay.
Are there coins?
There are. And they are the coins. Do you want to reach in and grab one?
Yes.
Okay.
Why
Cool.
not?
Love that. So as you reach in, you feel something touch your hand.
Looking at the water to see if there's actually anything there. Just a sensation. Not doing that. Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't put your hand in the water.
Do we
'Cause
want to
something
make
will
a
try to grab
sanity
you.
roll? Do we want to make a sanity roll?
I don't think it's kind of weird enough yet
Okay.
for that. With everything that's happened so far, that wasn't the weirdest yet.
Something you don't see touching you. And then
Sorry, does the mall look run, like the whole thing look run down?
Mm-mm.
Okay, just
So
those certain stores.
Yeah, there are certain stores that, you know, look like they don't make enough profit to be fresh and new looking. I would say, you being who you are, think poor people shop here.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the floors are clean. In some points you can even smell like the lemony fresh scent of floor cleaner. And as you guys are walking, you can, I don't want to say you can smell the stores, but like, when you pass like the candy store, you smell the
Mrs.
sugar.
Knotfield's cookies.
Yes. Or you smell like new leather or perfumes, things like that. Like you smell, you get a sense for what the store sells, not just by the sign, but by the smell coming off of them.
Do you want to go to a hardware store to get a key?
That's a decent idea.
Do they
Man,
put
it'd
hardware
be so
stores
cool
in
if they
malls?
had one of those key cutter machines. We could get like 45 keys and just like,
Be done with this? Yeah.
it'd be great. It'd be so cool. Maybe they've got a newspaper.
I kind of don't want to see the newspaper.
Ew.
I feel
Are
like
you
we
my
might be able to read
dad?
it.
Who still reads a newspaper?
The Hardy Boys or whoever else lived here before all this happened.
Who are the Hardy Boys?
Professional wrestlers. I feel
they're
like,
wrestlers.
I feel like the toy store might be the bet if that was where things were going off.
We really don't want to go inside, though.
Well, maybe we can find the hardware store, like Jordan said, and we can get like hammers and stuff, and then we can go into the toy store.
Oh! Or, hear me out, flamethrower?
I don't know if they just up and sell that in a mall. That
I don't
seems
think
like...
they do.
You could do it with anything flammable and a lighter.
Oh, well,
I'm
that's a
pretty
different
sure
story.
They don't want us to do that. They made the place flammable.
Did they make the toys inflammable?
Unflammable.
Exactly. The toys are not going to not be able to be.
Counter argument: do you want flaming GI Joes jumping at you?
Yeah, they don't feel pain. You do.
Ew. Eventually, they'll burn and die.
In the meantime, they're
burn
just
them
little
first.
fireballs.
Yeah, but they're like
That's the voice of someone who's never gotten a burn from molten plastic. That's what that is.
Okay, hear me out. Bucket of water, and we drown the toys.
They don't have lungs because they're toys.
I don't see you contributing any good ideas.
She said the hardware store, and
The
after we
hardware
get
store.
hammers and shovels and stuff.
Yeah, we're
I meant
losing
to handle
daylight.
the
So
toys.
let's go to one store and then let's go to the other one.
No,
I'll say you guys go to the toy store first.
If there is no hardware store, then yeah.
There is a hardware store, but I'm cruise directing. You're going to the toy store first.
Okay.
So you make your way up onto the second floor, and as you get closer, here's the question: do you take the main stairwell, or do you take the winding circular stairs on like the corners?
Take the one that goes straight up because don't trust that.
So you notice that this stairwell is actually an old form of an escalator. Like one of the precursors to an escalator.
Huh.
And as you get closer, you didn't notice this from when you were far away, but as you get closer, it's twitching a little bit. As if it wants to keep moving, but the gears are jammed.
Never mind.
The gears are jammed. Yes, I said that right.
Never mind. So whiny stairs then, because no.
Cool.
I will say you can still get on it.
No.
And does it look like something is actually like physically stuck in any gears, or is it just like giving us that impression?
I will say you can't see where the gears are from where you are right now. You can make an you can make a brains roll to see if you can find it.
That's a big die for me.
That is a big die for you. I'll just say it's difficulty 16.
Well, I got a nat 20, so
cool. Yep.
21.
You find it. And I'll say with that, even though like nat 20s don't really mean the same thing here that they do in D&D. I'll say you also see what's jamming the gears, but someone will need to make a brawn roll to get it out.
What is it?
It's a crowbar.
Oh, okay. I just point at it and go,
The whole ass crowbar.
Oh, I can help.
okay. I'm not good at the pulling things out of places bit, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
Totally
Emma?
gonna go up there and try and.
Yep. Make me a brawn roll. Hello? Consonants. Brawn roll. Difficulty. Let's do also difficulty 16.
I want to, I think, add my adversity to it. And how does that work again?
So adversity just adds to your roll. So if you roll under a 16, you can add however many tokens to get that.
Nat 20.
Cool. Love that. So yeah, you get your crowbar. And
does it look usable?
It looks like it's been stuck in between gears that want to move for an indeterminate amount of time.
But I could still hit like toys with it.
Exactly.
You can still hit toys with it, yes.
Excellent. She's keeping that.
Okay.
The sole reason she agreed to do it.
So the gears start turning. The sound is awful because these are gears that have wanted to turn but have been unable to for an indeterminate amount of time. But the old-timey escalator begins to move. It is literally like a moving stairwell.
All aboard.
Don't trust it.
Fixed it.
Go on it.
Excuse you. I fixed it.
I found out how to fix it.
Go on it.
Kind of do that like little kid thing of like 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot commit.
Yeah. I mean, it feels weird because how normal escalators are. It's that fluid motion. You can feel the cranking of the gears as it escalates you, but you don't feel unsafe.
Smooth ride.
As he's bouncing.
She'll get on next.
I'm waiting until they hit the top.
They hit the top. No, I won't be mean. I won't make you roll for how graceful your dismount is.
It's not.
You good?
Mike and Jordan?
Yeah, you probably ought to go before me.
All right. She goes on and hates it every second of it.
She's going to lean over to Zach and be like, do you think they're poor and have never been on an escalator before?
I don't think they've been on a really old escalator.
Right.
And once they get to the top, Mike will go up then.
Okay. So you are now on the second floor. The third floor is still barred from entry up that stairwell. That one is also an old-timey escalator, but that one just looks like it's broken down, as in like it is broken down. And yeah, you're on the second floor.
Toy store.
Okay. So now we go probably fight toys.
Yeah, why not?
No, we
Fuck
have to
them
face trauma. Not. We don't box. We don't fight things in here. Well, sometimes we stab ourselves.
I fought things twice.
Yeah, it's not at least twice. But
We
that's not
probably would
we're
have
not
fought the
doing.
things at the carnival if we hadn't run.
Maybe.
Are the toys still making noise?
The toys are not making noise. It was a very short sound burst as a response in however way you want to interpret it to
Gotcha.
your making noise.
Maybe if you
Okay.
hear some more, they'll like you. Then we won't get jumped.
Oh, you want me to cheer more? I can she'll do another cheer as they're walking.
This time there is not a response.
I think they got bored of it.
Yeah.
I will say, Emma, you do notice a mannequin twitching in the window of one of the women's clothing stores. You
Freezes.
notice it.
Like mid-cheer, she just freezes.
What?
I'm done. I want to
We're
leave.
done.
Let's go.
Okay.
What'd
That
you
mannequin
hear?
just twitched.
Oh. Yeah, they do that.
Mannequins don't twitch. They're mannequins.
Yeah, but
I've
they
seen
do
this Doctor Who
here
episode.
where we had like wax statues moving and regular statues moving. So yeah,
No.
mannequins move.
No.
Honestly, humanoid things moving that aren't supposed to move is almost par for the course in all of this at this point.
Yep.
I don't want them to, but
Please be on my side. Please be on my side. This is where you're on my side.
Where specifically is the twitching mannequin, or the one that has been pointed at and called a twitching mannequin if we don't see
She
it?
like closes her eyes and like points.
Is it just behind glass? Like, how easily accessed is it?
It's in a women's clothing store, and it is dressed in. I'm not sure how familiar any of you are with women's fashion through the years, but it is dressed in a turn of the century style dress. So slim fitted corset bodice with the mutton sleeves, and a semi-poofish A-line skirt with a little bit of a butt ruffle. And it is in a nice, pleasant yellow. I'll say the mannequin even has a little hat.
Is it twitching to the rest of us, or is it just twitching for them? Okay.
Just for Emma.
Is it still moving?
She's gonna like look.
Nope.
No.
cheer at it again.
Oh, do I have to?
Tell it to be aggressive.
Be aggressive.
She actually like watching you do like the saddest be aggressive. She takes it like up to a 20 and does it.
Mm-hmm.
What your luck is. Bad. So not in this store, but in another store within your viewpoint, there are men's coats hanging in the window. And not only do the lights flicker just for you in that store, but also the coats on the rack begin to sway.
So I'm really not about misogyny, but like the men's store over there is reacting very poorly to my very well done cheer.
It's because they're bitches.
No, Mallory, as the player, do you think this is enough to make Emma roll sanity?
Probably.
All right,
Like,
give me a sanity roll. Maybe you'll finally get down from 99.
It's not the stuff moving on its own. It's the not liking the cheer that caused the sanity
Yeah.
roll.
So you need to roll roll under an 88. What did you roll?
I rolled a 7.
You're fucking fine. The lowest You have the lowest intelligence in terms of the die you roll, and yet you are the most sane. I cannot get over this.
Untouchable.
Unfucking touchable. So yeah, you don't take any sanity damage, but feel about it however you want.
You know what? Fuck this shit. Let's just go kill some toys, because I'm over this. Let's just go.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Walking into the toy store, it looks like I will say it's not so much turn of the century, because the machinery innovation wasn't as high then. So I will say the toys here look like they come out more of like the 50s and 60s. So it's more advanced, not so much like, of the internet age. So you're not going to have like any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers or anything like that, but they are more advanced than probably should be in a mall of this kind, and more than what was displayed in the window inside the store. And I'll say that near the back of the store, you either see it if you go further into the store, or you see it wherever you are. I'm not going to force you guys to go farther than you want, but you'll see a table with parts on it. And there is a sign on the cash register desk that says custom toys upon request.
Who's making a request?
I guess the only question for me is, like, are we going to make a fucking Chucky doll or not?
Is it any kind of request?
Yeah, there's only one kind of toy that I would be remotely interested in, and I'm pretty sure this kind of toy store won't offer it.
I walk up to the parts and
I was gonna let that hang there. Yeah, so you walk up to the table. I feel like we should make a drinking game of every time I say so. Yeah, because that'll get you drunk faster than Adam saying.
That being said.
So yeah.
Every storyteller has their catchphrase.
You walk up to the table that has the parts, and you see IKEA-like directions on how to make this toy, as if someone had already put in a request.
What is the toy that it is instructing me to make?
It's gonna make you a GI Bob.
GI.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes, with his Nazi killing robo suit.
Well, I do like that part.
So
I just don't idly start putting it together. Along the way, I try to see if I can customize it beyond the instructions, like how many arms fit into this arm socket and things like that. But I will just continue to build it out.
I'm gonna make you roll for this. I'm just gonna give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, you make a GI Bob with his Nazi killing robo suit, and it's pretty good. There is a box that it seems like you're supposed to put it in when you're done.
I pick it up, bring it over to the box, and just go, you're on our side now. You're on our side, not theirs, ours. I made you. We're friends now. And I just put it in the box and close it.
I brought you into this world. I can take you out.
And as you put the GI Bob in his box, another little box on the work table flips open.
crowbar is ready.
I open GI Bob box.
GI Bob is still in his box.
I'm actually mainly seeing, like, does the other box close now that I've opened it?
No.
Okay. I leave the box open, and I go, like, look over towards the other box.
So what you find is a rabbit's foot.
See, all we got to do now to solve this mystery is find a 3-legged rabbit.
And I'm going to pop something in your player channel.
That's never a good sign.
Oh no.
This one is actually good.
You say actually?
I did say actually.
I mean, you know, I sort of pick it up and dangle. I mean, like, my family always thought that these were extremely good luck. So maybe, hopefully it operates the same way here.
Hopefully. Hopefully there's not a pissed off 3-legged rabbit somewhere.
I hope not.
It would make more sense if it was a jackalope, honestly.
Yeah, actually.
I'll just kind of I'm gonna, like, attach the rabbit's foot to my bag,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna walk back over to GI Bob,
GI Bob is still in his box.
Are you keeping GI Bob?
take him out of the box.
You now have a GI Bob in his Nazi killing Probo suit with you.
Just put him, like, half in the bag, like, sticking out.
Okay. You didn't know that it had a voice box before, but you hear a gruff, manly voice say, "Let's go kill some Nazis," coming from your bag.
I am right with you, Bob.
Yep.
Okay, I'm taking this. Thank you. And just look back at the group of.
We're not going to go look at, like, any of the shelves for a key or something?
I mean, we can. I don't know what to do next. It gave me a whole bunch of step-by-step instructions, and
You got a rabbit's foot.
I got a rabbit's foot.
That
Is there
may
a
or may
key
not
inside
be
the rabbit's
lucky.
foot?
There is not a key inside the rabbit's foot. There's very clearly not a key. In the rabbit's
Too small.
She's going to walk around with the crowbar and just, like, do kind of a once-over on the shelves, like, seeing if there's anything else of substance.
You see a line of dolls.
Like porcelain dolls?
No, they're actually kind of like off-brand Barbie dolls.
Oh, okay.
And oh no, I don't remember what you said in the mansion episode. What was the name of the cheerleader that you didn't like?
Brittany, I think.
Brittany. They are, it's Be Aggressive Brittany.
God damn it.
Of course.
You hear this, like, loud, like, annoyed, like, groan. And then she's gonna sit there and turn them all around.
The writing on the back of the box that you can read. Be Aggressive Brittany is the best cheerleader ever. While she's not captain yet, you know she's going to make it to the top of the pyramid one day.
Now she's gonna go look for a paint set.
Okay.
And she's just gonna splatter paint all over the back.
What are you doing?
Make me a grit roll.
This is gonna go very well.
You are rolling a D10 for grit. Give me a 7.
Vandalism.
I got a 5.
Do you want to use...
I'll add my 2 adversity.
Okay.
Adversary.
So... Sorry, someone decided to ride their motorcycle past my window. That's great. Anyways, while nothing happens to you, you hear the tiny sounds of annoyed screeching from the boxes and the doll's calling you a bitch.
Yeah, well, you can suck dick.
Well, I can suck it better than you.
You whore!
Takes one to know one, slut.
This fucking... Somebody... Mike, give me your gun.
Are you arguing with the Barbie doll?
I'll say
No,
none of you can hear the doll.
I know, but I hear her.
We hear her.
Brittany.
Are you
She's
arguing with the
slut.
Barbie doll?
No, I'm arguing with Brittany. You wouldn't understand.
Are you arguing with the Brittany doll?
Brittany Doll.
This is a cheerocracy. No.
I don't think I've studied that form of government.
At this point, she's just going to take the crowbar and start killing them.
Okay. Yep. I'll. Do I want to make you roll grit again? No. We'll just let you do that. But GI Bob from Orion's bag says, "That's bad form."
I agree.
She doesn't have the training discipline that you have, GI Bob. It's okay.
Let's go kill some Nazis.
Let's go kill some Nazis.
Once the dolls are all sufficiently quiet, then she'll leave.
All right. So are we leaving the toy store?
I think so.
Yeah, after Emma, destroys the whole display with the crowbar, yes.
Mike, Jordan, do you want to find any special toys?
No, I'm actually really okay.
I want to see if there's a whatever, the not Nerf, the Burf aisle or whatever the not brand name is. Because things are things are surprisingly lethal sometimes in this place. So it's just I want to see if there's a rack of actual somewhat functional weapons in here that I don't want to leave behind.
You see the Nerf guns?
Okay.
They are all pastel and spiky.
Okay. So he just gives them a quick check to see if they look anything other than just a little thing that throws an ounce of foam 20 feet.
Mm-hmm. They're toy airsoft.
That's fine. He kind of gives the motif an appreciative nod and then leaves them there.
You exit the toy store. I'm going to assume, unless you say otherwise, that your next destination is the hardware store.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the only stores that we've identified at the moment. So sure, let's go there.
I don't know. The lights did come on in the gross suit store. Just saying.
Do you want to go to the gross suit store?
I mean, I don't know that I want to, but I feel like that might be the weird monster that's trying to kill us all or just torture us all, pointing to something. Because normally lights don't just flicker for no reason. That seems like one of those ooh, look at me.
Well, it flickered because it didn't like your voice.
Because the toy store and the other mannequin all responded to your voice. So
you know what? My voice is beautiful, and you don't get to no.
No, the statement of fact, it didn't like your voice. That's why it responded.
It can go suck a dick. I don't care.
Okay. The men's clothing store can suck a dick.
I hope it burns one day.
Hardware store?
hardware store.
Now we go to the hardware store. To go to the hardware store, you do have to go back downstairs. It is near the back of the arcade. And the store itself consists of just rows and rows of almost like labyrinthine aisles. They turn into one another. Some turn off into dead ends, things like that. And as you step in through the doors, you'll see off to one side in like an elevated space, hanging on a far wall is an ominous looking sign that reads, "Don't touch the hardware." And the shelves themselves are brimming to the edge with loosely piled hand tools and housewares and cleaning products and plumbing supplies and paint cans and blah, 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 blah. They don't have labels. They don't have prices, but it's like they've all been thrown onto these shelves.
Shit's gonna fall all off the walls as soon as somebody touches anything.
Which is probably why they don't want anybody to touch it.
Or it'll just fall off onto us, and that counts as touching it, and then we get in trouble.
So what are we looking for? Are we looking for a key here? Are we looking for... Okay.
I'll say, because it's in my notes, and I forgot to say it because I was describing the shelves, there's a key hanging above the sign.
It says do not touch the hardware?
It says do not touch the hardware.
But I got my crowbar.
Does it match the keys?
You can't tell from this distance, but you can assume.
Okay, somebody just put me on your shoulders. Don't worry, I'm a flyer. It'll be fine.
I will say, even from where you are, you can tell that even if all four of you were on top of each other, you couldn't reach it. You need a ladder.
Is ladder hardware?
Yeah.
Well, maybe if we find a store ladder instead of one that's for sale.
Maybe.
Mike,
climb shelves.
Like a contractor or something, like a plumber or something? Wouldn't the mall have like a utility closet with ladders that we could use?
Yeah, I mean, if it was this century, I don't know what, Dapper Dan over here has.
Mike, make me, because you were selected by the random dice roll, make me a brains roll.
Okay.
Difficulty 5.
Eight.
Cool. So you notice that this key is hanging on a string, and it looks like you can lower the key, but you need to get to where the string is attached to on the back end of the wall. And to get there, you need to go through the shelves.
Through the shelves or between the shelves?
Sorry, like within the labyrinthine maze of the shelves. You need to make your way back to the back end of the store.
Okay.
Wait.
Just like I did, just like points at the string, clearly indicating it towards the back of the store.
Hear me out. Idea. You have the gun, shoot the string.
We still have to go get it then.
Have you ever shot a gun?
Go and fall down?
It'll fall down.
Do I look like I shoot guns?
I don't know.
She actually already answered that. No, that's why she's not allowed to have the gun.
Yeah, no, it's... If I could make that shot, I wouldn't be here. I'd be in the Olympics.
But even if you do shoot it down or throw a knife at it or anything, it's still over there.
Okay, we ask our new buddy, G.I. Joe, to climb up there and get it.
I don't know if G.I. Bob has motion control. I sort of tap him on the head.
Bob says, "My limbs do not articulate."
His limbs do not articulate. He's just good for killing Nazis.
Yeah, for something that doesn't articulate, he's pretty articulate.
Right?
The limbs aren't articulate. He still is.
I hate
No,
this.
we just
I hate all of this.
gotta make our way through the maze of shit avalanches.
G.I. Bob is a new dick butt. I'm calling it now.
Perfect. Is there a checkout counter?
There is.
Is there any sort of do this for assistance thing on the counter?
Ooh, smart.
Okay. I'll walk over to the counter. I'm going to go behind the counter, though, unless there's a sign telling me not to.
No.
I'm going to look around behind the counter, see if there's anything back there of use.
I'll say there... I'm not going to make you roll for this. You find a note that reads to employees. Unauthorized touching of hardware from customers will garner immediate removal from the store.
Anybody happen to leave employee badges around here?
No.
Hmm.
And I'll say, because you found this note and you are in the principal's office, you'll know that being caught by one of the employees is bad.
On a gamble based off of the word unauthorized, I'm going to speak very loudly out into the store. Is it okay if we touch something? And just wait.
You hear silence.
So is that a no or...
Yeah, to know.
I'll say G.I. Bob, just because G.I. Bob is now the mouthpiece for whatever this is.
I'm down.
Says, that sounds like a resounding negatory, comrade. Comrade?
Cadet.
He doesn't say cadet. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why I went into Soviet. Soviet Bob says no.
Can I wander around to the back and see if there's a break room for employees?
You will need to go through the maze of shelves in order to get to the back.
Everything but the checkout counter is through the shelves then? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a way to do it without touching anything? Because I don't mind doing that.
I think that's the game.
Just the game. Go through the maze. Don't touch anything.
Yep. Suck it in and shuffle.
Okay. I'm going to try that.
Into maze.
Okay. So here is my question. Do you guys all want to make a series of 3 flight rolls to see if you can successfully navigate through the maze? Or do you want me to make 3 luck checks for you?
One's faster, but the other's more fun.
My
Mike,
is a 12.
Yeah, I can say that Mike is not going to try to shuffle his way back there unless, like, there's a profoundly compelling reason.
My flight's at a 10, is a D10.
Mine's a 6.
Well, you will still get your individual difficulties. I'm not going to have like a set number. Like, it's going to be tailored so that you have a chance of succeeding. Or I can just make a standard luck check.
I vote we do the luck check because if something terrible happens to one of us, that's harder to deal with than if something terrible in general happens and we all can help each other.
Fair.
Okay. To start off narration on this, as soon as you step up to the shelves, the maze of shelves, it feels almost as if the shelves are now towering above you. Either the perspective has changed or something is now just making it feel more ominous.
I'm going to take out G.I. Bob and just like hold him in my hands to like potentially block things. I'm going to see just how Fey logic this instruction gets about not touching things.
Okay, so for the first luck check, do you want to roll high or low?
I didn't know there was an option.
Hi.
Mhm.
High.
High. 7. So, as you go in, I'll say that there is a broom that is just leaning up against one of the shelves, and one of you hits it. I'll say rolling a d4. Mike, you are 1, Tommy 2, Emma 3, Orion 4. 4. So your knee hits the broom. And
Let me look down at it and go,
to the floor.
that doesn't look like it's for sale.
It's not hardware.
That looks like an employee left their stuff laying around.
That is not a tool.
But you feel a hand on your shoulder. I will give you the option to fight it off and keep moving.
Yeah,
Or-
actually, like the moment that at this point, the moment that there's a hand on a shoulder, Orion is literally just going to one motion pull out the hunting knife and just like slide the blade down, even if it cuts his own shoulder. He's just trying to hit something at this point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be, let's call that a fight roll. You're rolling a d12. Sure. Just roll. Just roll. Just roll.
This man has been attacked 3 separate times.
Yes.
11.
Yeah. Yep.
Huh?
I'll say that's enough to get the employee specter off your back for this round.
Yeah, and Orion very like visibly shifts from like half given up lackadaisical to like on edge the moment he does that.
As you continue on, there are buckets hanging precariously on the edges of shelves, and you can see that they are all piled high, like overflowing almost with nails or screws. And there are even some like hanging on wires by the shelves near you, as if it wants you to bump into them. We're gonna make our second luck check. Do we want high or low?
He says low.
Low.
Low. We got a 13.
Cool.
That's technically high
On a d20, yeah.
on a d20. So we're gonna roll another luck check. Same numbers. 3. So, Emma, you bump into one of the hanging buckets and the nails go splattering to the floor. And you too feel a hand on your shoulder.
Nope.
Are you going to make a fight roll to try and get it off you? I will say, because that cut me off, you also have the option to run away back to the beginning of the maze.
Oh, I wasn't going to do that.
No, I'm gonna fight. 'Cause
Okay.
I have okay fight.
So your fight is also a d12. Just roll it.
Nine?
Yeah, I'll say that does that. What do you do to fight off this?
Cheerleader, so like hits the bucket. Or no, sorry, the bucket hits me and the hand is on my back? Shoulder?
It's like on your shoulder, like a security hand, like, ma'am, you're gonna need to leave.
Can I attempt to pull it forward and see what appears? And I assume nothing's gonna appear.
Nothing does appear, but you feel the weight shift off of you.
We'll at least like clear the nails on the floor as it hits.
And then last luck check before you make it to the back of the store. The pathway is now narrower. And it's almost like you're going to have to sidestep in order to not touch anything. For the last roll, high or low?
Low.
Low. That's an 18.
Damn it.
So one last luck check to see who touches something. I'm so sorry, Zach. I rolled a 4 again.
That's okay, because the moment something touches me, I'm hitting it with GI Bob. I'm fighting off this invisible Nazi.
Roll me your d12.
That's a 10.
Yeah, I'll say that you hit this sector. I'm gonna roll another. Does GI Bob break? GI Bob breaks. No, his arm comes off.
Pick up the arm and just fix you later. Thank you for defending me in the line of duty.
I need a medic.
It's kind of like as I'm sidestepping, like idly trying to like push the arm back into the pop socket.
So you are now at the back of the store.
Okay, yeah. Can we find the other half of the string and drop the key down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, yeah. I start doing that then.
Yeah, you untie the string, you lower it down a little, and just like all of the other keys, it is in fact the key, and it has a tag on it. But rather than any of your names, because you've all gotten your named keys, it has a symbol on it, just like the star key that you found in the library. Although this one is a sun.
That book that I found in the meadow, can I just flip through it to see if like there's to look for like star and sun symbol?
Yeah, you find it. I will say I don't remember if I made you roll a brains to read it.
You might have, but I also got like skilled at deciphering.
You do, yes. So I will say that there in the book was I think it was like the releasing and the trapping, or like there were two different rituals that you could perform.
Right.
And there's an order in which the keys need to be put into locks. And depending on what you want to do depends on what order these keys need to be put in. And the sun, the star, and then the final key is the moon key.
With that, I'll look up and go, well, confirmation that we definitely have one more key.
All right. Does it tell you what it's supposed to open, or?
It depends. It can either open or it can lock, depending on what order we put them in.
Does it say what?
Not in explicit terms. I'm going to make the literary jump that it is whatever is running this, if we're believing that this is real.
Cool.
So star and sun, and then following tarot suits, we have the moon.
Okay. I really hope it's not something like, if you want to get out of here, you got to let the whatchamacallit out too.
Feel like it might be?
It's hard to say. I'll have to... I might know more once we actually get there. The book isn't in depth.
Not surprising.
But once we get wherever the locks are supposed to be, I'll probably have a better idea of what it's opening or shutting.
Okay. So what? We've got all of our keys, and now we just need the moon key?
Yeah,
Cool.
So I'm sure we'll get an invitation somewhere
probably.
when we get back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Which, can we leave this, sharp place full of things that want to fall and hit and, hurt us?
Yeah, not a big fan of this. Feeling like a bull in a china shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking back down. Has anything shifted now that we've retrieved the key, or is it still the exact same way?
Still the exact same way.
Well, this
Yeah.
would like us.
We can go.
They're an employee's exit, so we don't have to walk through these.
Is it?
Aisles?
No.
Yes.
Good eye.
So it says the random luck check.
Huh.
Sure, let's go look at the employees exit and hopefully won't find any employees.
I mean, there's definitely employees that way, so 50-50.
Yeah, they're on the floor. They're not supposed to be back here, so.
I'll say when you go out through the employees exit, who here has worked mall retail? Just so I know how much I have to explain.
I've in real life or my
In real life.
Oh, I've definitely worked mall real.
Okay. So for those in our cast and those in our audience who don't know, most malls have a service hall in the back of stores where they can get deliveries and stuff. And it is, even in the normal world, it's spooky as fuck. Because there are potentially rats. There's not a lot of signage. It's not really the most well lit. It's not really the cleanest. So this is like that. Only for more of a turn of the century. So
Cool.
There's a lot of cast iron poles sticking out of the wall, girding, if you will. And do I want to make you roll to figure out how to navigate back to the main avenue?
Probably.
Let's roll a D20. Do we want a high or low to see if we can make it out?
Low.
Low. That's another 18.
Damn it.
So one of you has to become the navigator to try and see if you can figure out how to unlost yourself.
It'd be brains?
Yeah, what do you roll for that?
That's going to be a brains roll, so...
I'll do it.
Yeah,
I also have a flashlight, so...
So make me a brains roll to see if you can get not lost.
That's a 19 total.
So you realize you have been walking in circles, and then I'll say you hear something that makes you think that through one of these doors leads you back to the second floor promenade.
Fountain.
Sure, the fountain.
Door open.
Good job.
Okay. The entire time I'm trying to put G.I. Bob's arm back in the socket, just finagling it.
Make me a grit roll, because that can also be used for healing.
7.
Yep, you get his arm back.
Yeah. Back in the back. Okay. Well, I've had enough shopping for one day. I do not want to check out the food court before we get there.
But hot dog on a stick.
We have food at home. home being
Hot
hotel.
dog on a stick.
Do you really trust the hot dogs on sticks here? Because I don't.
Go to the kitchen at the hotel and make yourself a hot dog on a stick.
It's not the same. Just like Sbarro pizza, it's just not the same.
Yeah, it's the taste of neglect, really, that makes it special.
And the disdain from that poor worker who has to wear that hideous outfit.
Right?
Just put your disdain for having to make the hot dog on a stick into it.
Your own disdain in the hot dog.
Fine. We can go. I'm done anyway.
If you can't afford corporate disdains, homemade is fine.
Mm-hmm.
So you all make your way back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Check the mail.
There is something in your mailbox.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reminder for a checkup at the hospital.
Nice.
Hard pass.
Anna has a phobia of doctors?
She literally grabs it and at this point does try to set it on fire.
Make me a grit roll. You're gonna have to get a 10.
Oh, it's gonna be awful. Motherfucker. I got a 9.
You can use your adversity token.
You really want to burn this thing?
I feel like the character would absolutely set it on fire. However, if this is going to completely F up the party, I don't want to if we won't be able to get there and finish a story and
I'll say as a storyteller note,
okay,
you're not going to be able to burn it even if you use your adversity token. Using your adversity token will determine what happens.
Okay,
if that makes any sense.
Consequence.
I will then agree to use it because I think that's absolutely something she would do.
Okay. So you grab it, you try and set it on fire, and no matter how many times you flick it on and hold it up, the flame goes out. And you get the sense that something is looking very disapproving at you, but nothing happens.
Can I try to rip it?
Make me another grit roll.
At this point, I'm just making it very clear. She is, clearly has a phobia. If somebody wants to take the note from her, they absolutely can. No.
Burn just kind of watching, actually.
Yeah.
Thanks, team.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's we're letting you get it out of your system.
This is science.
Okay, so you had to make another 10. What did we get?
5. Well, +1 because I have a +1 in my grit. So 6.
Okay, so that's 6. So I think even with your remaining adversity tokens, you can't get it.
Nope.
But you do get one back.
Okay.
You can't use it right now, but you do get one.
Yeah.
So you try and rip it, and you get this stabbing pain in your mind, as if something is very forcefully saying, "Don't do that."
She's gonna crinkle it and just throw it.
I'll let that happen.
And she runs up to the hotel. Sweet.
All right. No.
I can't say I blame her. I'm going to walk up to the hotel room as well, but I'm immediately going to go towards the mold spot to check it, because it must have been at least an hour at this point.
Uh-huh. The mold spot is unchanged. It's still there. It doesn't look, it literally looks like nothing has changed.
Not mad.
Well, it got bigger between when we left and got back last time, so maybe this is an improvement, or maybe it's just stalling.
Who knows?
Did someone grab the appointment slip before coming up? Okay. The crumpled up appointment slip. Okay.
I flatten it out.
I'm opening the book and I'm just like I'm just arranging the keys like back and forth between the two options as I sort of look it over, like lock and unlock.
Yeah. I'll say as I go back down to my notes. So you'll see in the book that the order of the ritual to release whatever thing it's going to release is sun, names, like 2 names. It doesn't have like actual names, as almost as if the names don't matter. It just has to be named keys. So sun, 2 names, star, 2 names, moon. That's to release the thingy. So the opposite is essentially to lock it away forever.
Okay.
How we doing, Emma?
She's in the bathroom crying.
Ooh.
Gonna knock on the bathroom door.
Yeah. Yes.
Are you all right?
I'm cutting onions.
Are you injured?
No, I'm just crying because of the onions.
There's no onions in the bathroom.
I brought onions.
Usually there's no teary voice with onions.
Let me cut my onions.
Okay. You can cut your onions.
She hates looking weak in front of people, so it's very hard to admit that she's scared. She does take the bottle of vodka with her, though.
Her Michigan bottle of vodka from the main room.
Yeah.
While they're talking, Mike is gonna quietly go down to the kitchen and see if he can find hot dogs and sticks.
I'll say you find it. I will say you don't even have to put it together. I'll say you find actual hot dogs on a stick.
Honestly, the way this world works, that makes sense.
On a plate.
Okay.
Like it knew you wanted it.
Yeah. He just guesses ketchup and mustard.
Do you just leave it in front of the door?
Do you shove them under the door?
No, he just in the next logical pause of the conversation, he just goes, "Hey, I got some hot dogs on sticks out here."
She's gonna crack the door.
It's like sticking.
You want to eat them with my onions?
Sure.
You can come in.
Okay.
She's laying there just drinking straight from the bottle, and there's no onions.
Yes. No one.
Really? There's no onions?
Really?
But she is very drunk, and those hot dogs look very good. And she just starts eating them.
Crying.
Yeah. Ugly crying, eating, drinking from the bottle. It's classy.
Yeah. mean, this is clearly not Mike's first like sad drunk bathroom rodeo. Because like it's whatever is the opposite of the room. Like he sits down plenty far away in whatever size bathroom this is.
I assume because it's a suite. I assume it's like a pretty luxurious.
It's a pretty big bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's probably actually like lounging in the tub, like drinking her vodka.
Fantastic.
Yeah. She doesn't actually say thank you, but you can tell that she's thankful, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yes, he is a male. He understands.
Now, here's the question. Did Emma only let Mike in the bathroom, or can everyone come in?
So she only let him in, and if there's other offerings, she'll let more people in.
You must appease the sad girl in the bathroom.
Because her parents bought her love. So she's like,
Yep.
you have to give me something if you want to try and get me to talk to you.
But while they're in the
I hate it, but
bathroom,
fair enough.
go to Orion, like, we're going to have a problem if that's her reaction to doctors.
I mean, this place has been trying to dig into people's fears all over the place. So it's only logical, right?
Yeah, but not that type of reaction where just the mention of the possibility of going to a hospital caused that in her happy ass. Like, we might have an issue trying to drag her into this place. I don't think we can leave her here.
No, we can't leave her here, but well, I don't know. We'll have to do what we can, right?
Pep talk her into going.
Yeah, that's what Mike's going to do at some point once she seems to possibly have soaked up maybe half the bottle with hot dog.
Oh, perfect. This is only going to go well.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say if you want to try and do that now, you can, because
Right ahead.
next episode we go into the hospital.
Yes. So Mike's quiet for a while. Like, he understands the process of like, eat it out. No, I'm not saying that. Cry it out and then like eat your feelings about it.
If the food is just soaking up the alcohol, let's be real.
Yeah. And so after a while, he's just kind of, and he goes, so when I was younger, I made some bad choices and I ended up in prison. And the thing I walked into upstairs was my old prison cell. It scooped it out of there and found it.
She sits up and she looks at you and she's like, you went to prison?
Yeah.
Was it like real prison or was it like faux prison?
Oh no, it was real prison.
Because there's like, you went to the drunk tank, and then there's like, I went and murdered people.
It wasn't murder, but like, I mean, like fat warden drinking lemonade outside. Yeah, like prison.
My parents took me to Alcatraz once.
Yeah, like that.
Did you ever make like a soap body of yourself and then try to escape?
No.
They did that at Alcatraz.
Yeah. Well, I did what I was in jail for. You know, there's no question about it. I was guilty. So I just, I did my time. Kept my head down and waited to get out. But
she like takes a big swig and she's like, here's my problem. Every time we get an invitation, we have to go to these creepy places and we spend all day there.
mm-hmm.
But you only had to go into your creepy torture room for like 2 minutes and then you got to leave. I'm going to have to wander around the entire place.
Are you saying that the whole hospital is your creepy torture room?
Yeah.
Well, how do you think you're going to handle that?
Maybe if I'm drunk and you just keep me blindfolded.
I get where you're coming from, but I do not think that being blindfolded while traveling through a haunted town is going to be the right answer.
Just when I'm inside?
Doesn't have a lot of very good final girl energy.
Can we get better weapons?
As many as we can find. This place doesn't seem like it wants us to get into a fist fight. It wants us to be scared and figure something out.
Okay, but if I want to hold your hand, you have to let me.
That's fine.
And I'm still bringing my alcohol. She takes another giant swig.
I wouldn't dream of trying to take it from you at this point.
She just kind of nods. You're not going to go tell all the others about this, right?
I'm going to say that you are eating, vaguely sobering up, washing your face, and then you'll be out.
She just kind of nods.
No.
And then right before you leave the room, she'll be I won't tell them about what you told me.
Thanks. And he
And then she
heads out. Yeah, he does the open the door a little bit, slip out, close the door.
So touching.
She's wrapping her head around it. Once the hot dog to vodka ratio is about 1 to 2, she'll be out.
All right. We're not gonna have to tie her up and drag her.
I mean, no. She's not going to have any fun, but she's going to go.
Okay.
I'll say before we wrap this up, Jordan, you get the distinct feeling that because so far Emma has been so unflappable, this seems a little targeted.
Mm-hmm. All right, got that.
Yeah.
I can't help it that I roll good on my sanity, okay?
Yeah, that was the whole conversation with Ryan. Of this is specifically real bad for her to be out like this.
Yeah, but it's not just just for her. It's targeted.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where her name could almost be
written on
the appointment
building.
slip. Yeah.
So with a hospital, does that conclude everybody's nightmares?
No. I don't want to say that out loud. My nightmare hasn't, I had a little bit of it, but I haven't had that. That is an entire venue built for her, because that whole reaction was something we have never seen before.
Yeah. Well, when we went upstairs and I busted the door down to what we think is above us, it hit me with, thinking about it now, it hit me with a piece of nightmare to get me to go away. Because it wanted me there, it could have just made the door disappear behind me or some other bullshit.
True.
Mm-hmm.
So it wanted me to hate it, and it wanted me to leave.
I'm just wondering, because it seems like the scary things have been, with the exception of these two bits, generic for some place that seems to know us so well that it can copy us. So
it's lazy.
At what point does it know enough about us?
I don't know.
I mean, it's
but I think
definitely
it's
pulling
lazy.
the stuff out.
Right, but again, we've been here for a while now. I don't really know what time we've been here for, but you'd think that it would have gotten everybody's specific fears by now, yeah?
Yeah, but maybe it does.
I don't think it's targeting our specific fears. Well, it is kind of, but that's not the main point of this.
Yeah, but after she talked all that shit.
Yeah. After she did all of that and got its attention and like tried to light something on fire, try to destroy something. Now it's like, no, you.
It's petulant.
Not to break this up, but thank you, Total Party Kiss, for your raid. We're just at the end of the episode, so
I have a lot.
Yeah, that is a good bit. We are almost at the end of the episode, so go back and watch the beginning.
But yeah, so if Emma gets her nightmare when she starts pushing back, and then Mike, you get your nightmare when you try to go somewhere where you don't belong. What is it? I don't know what it's going to take for Jordan and myself.
It's a punishment. So you have to be defiant somehow. And then you'll find out.
I mean, I've now killed 2 doppelganger versions of me and taken things that I don't know if I was supposed to have or not. But maybe I was supposed to have them. I don't know. I came here with the first key anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're also, as you said, you killed yourself twice. So,
but it's
you're a
like,
survivor.
It's like a mean drunk. It's like, it's just kind of generally mean / scary. But then when you piss it off, it goes for the low blows.
Yeah.
Okay, that made more sense at the end, yeah.
I'm not going to piss it off, so...
I think if we pick the lock or unlock option that it doesn't want, it's going to get real personal real fast.
One might hope that picking the option it doesn't want would make it unable to act, but...
Why give us the choice of one or the other?
I'm not sure if it is giving us the choice. Or maybe it was hoping that it would be able to have, it would have been able to steer the choice more by now. It's trying to replace us along the way.
Yeah, it's like the genie. It's like, can't kill anybody, can't make anybody fall in love, can't grant more wishes.
Because just think, if
rules has to follow.
If Emma and I had not made it back, we'd be 50-50 on control when we got there.
Yeah.
This could have gone really, really poorly. It still could, but it could have earlier on. So I don't know if
like a nuke.
I don't know if it's steering us to do this.
I don't think it's got 100% power, because if it wanted out, let's assume it wants out, because every creepy thing always wants out. No one of them ever want to go home. Mm-hmm. But if the creepy wants out and it had total control, it would have made the keys appear, like it would have done something so blatantly obvious and short.
It also wouldn't have tried to replace us with doppelgangers to steer the situation.
Yeah, it's obvious that there's like more rules that we don't know, or there's, I don't know, competition.
I feel like it didn't want to be locked up, but it is, and it's doing everything it can to get out. It just is getting unlucky in the fact that we're not failing.
Yeah, we're not correctly playing along.
Ryan, make me a brains roll. And you're going to be using your deciphering bonus.
Okay. That is... Need to math things. 16 plus 1. So I'm adding... I'm adding, like, what does it say, +3 to this?
Let me check your sheet.
So if I have to make a difficult roll, then I add up to +3.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Then it's a total of 20 between the pluses and what I rolled.
So in near the end of the book, pages that were blank before now have ritual words. And this is an incantation that must be spoken after the keys are turned.
Can you recognize the language, or is it just sounds?
Do you want to try sounding them out?
Well, no, because we're not done with the ritual yet.
Okay. So looking at them now, because you're not trying to read them aloud, I'm not going to make you roll sanity.
Mm-hmm.
But these words are foreign. They are not human. It's not even an ancient form of Latin.
Okay.
It doesn't feel good to look at them.
Mm-hmm.
But from what you can surmise is these words have to be spoken with intent. It's not just the order of the keys that matters. It's also intention.
I'll just sort of like point at the page, but not show it to them, because if it's making me uncomfortable, I'm not going to subject them to it, and go, order of keys, intent of words, open or shut.
So not just a tool, but like a whole ritual.
Whole process.
Cool.
I'm not so sure, again, like I said, that this is 100% in its control. I think it's just trying to steer the machine.
Yeah.
So I'm very hopeful that when we get to the end, the option we choose stops it from interfering with us anymore.
So then what's actually in control? What is it trying to subvert?
I think it's like Mike said, it doesn't have total control. Right now, we're operating in its arena. Opening it up means letting it out of this arena into everything else.
I think it's under the town.
For all we know, it is the town.
No, but like, I think it's under the town, and I think it's leaking up through and fucking with the town.
We did go under.
Yeah. But it wouldn't go through all of this like turn of the century rigmarole unless it just only had those Lego pieces, or it just needs it to be 1890.
Maybe that's when it was locked up.
Yeah.
Possibly.
It's the worst Brigadoon ever.
I will say, just as a storyteller note, while a lot of the architecture has been like turn of the century, you also have the medieval town right outside the hotel. The hotel is Art Nouveau.
Nothing consistent.
Yeah, and the school itself was puritanical, and the bank was kind of Gilded Age.
So it stopped at the 20s?
From what you can tell.
Maybe, so then it is sort of a terrible Brigadoon, shows up once a cycle.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it tries to let people if it tries to get people to let it out, if they do, or what, but welcome to the 21st century?
I guess. Well, I think we probably ought to, I don't know, rest up, wash up,
Sober up
a little bit.
Honestly, I'm at this point, I'm more concerned that is it still doing this because no one's been able to get all the keys before?
I don't know, dude. But I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
When there's a nice awkward lull in the conversation, you start hearing barking.
Yep.
And I think that's a good place to end this episode.
Yes. You're welcome.
Flawless.
Mike's just like, there it is.
So that's it for this episode. Thank you again to our raiders. I hope you enjoyed these last couple of minutes of episode 5. Please go back and rewatch this episode. And we have our YouTube channel, TTRP Theater, where you can watch episodes 1 through 4. Episode 6 will be the week after next, where we will be going to the hospital. And it's going to be great. Nothing bad's going to happen at all.
Perfectly fine.
Great.
I hate how your voice goes up like several octaves.
So we will see you all in 2 weeks. Be safe, be smart, don't make any deals with eldritch beings. Bye.